So today I'm going to be answering the question that I get most with my sellers, and that is how to get my house ready to sell. In today's video, I'm going to be covering a few topics that will help you to get your house ready to sell for the most money and in the shortest amount of time. Stay tuned. So the first thing I want you to focus on are any small maintenance issues that you have just been putting off. These are known as deferred maintenance, like patching holes in the walls, cleaning out the gutters, simple things like that. Take care of these things now because they may be small and they may be insignificant, but buyers will notice them. And when a buyer is walking through your home and they're saying, I got to take care of this and I got to take care of that and I got to take care of this, it can really add up and be a little overwhelming for a buyer. Even small things that might cost you only $100 from a contractor to come in and fix it, when a buyer is walking through, they might see that simple thing and think, wow, that's going to cost me $300, $400, $500. A buyer is always going to walk through and overestimate how much things cost. So the more of these little deferred maintenance items you can take care of now, the better. Okay, so next I want you to start to declutter your home. Now I know that can be a daunting task. We've all been there. Stuff starts to pile up, starts to add up, but it can take you quite a while to start filing through things, figuring out what you want to donate, what you want to keep, what you want to sell. So start that process now. There's nothing worse than when you're walking through with a buyer and you walk into a house that has a bunch of clutter versus when you walk into a house that's open and clean and there's no clutter. That house tends to feel bigger. And the number one thing for buyers is the feel of the home. Next, I want you to try and brighten up your home. There's nothing worse for a buyer than when they walk in and the place is dark and dim even with the lights on. And remember, it's all about the feel of the house when the buyer walks in that can control the judgment that they make throughout their whole time in the house. So what you're going to want to do is try and find things that you can do to brighten your place up. And I'm talking about replacing old bulbs to new bright LED bulbs. If you have dark curtains, maybe buy some lighter ones, some white ones, keep the curtains open for showings, and keep all of the lights on. Also, another thing you can do is paint. I know painting can seem a little bit obvious for some people, but I'll tell you what, when I'm walking through my buyer and they see a dark paint on the wall, they instantly add that to their task list. Now I know a paint, can be fixed with $30 and maybe a couple hours of painting, but it's just another thing that they put on their list. Next, I want you to walk around your house and ask yourself, when was the last time this was updated? And I'm talking about the kitchen, the bathroom, the floors, the hardware. When a buyer walks in to the house and instantly they grab a door handle that is 30 years old and cracked and painted, instantly they're thinking, here's a fixer-upper. And then when they walk through and they see the almond-colored faceplates for the outlets, obviously from the 70s, and then they come into your kitchen, and the kitchen may be perfectly serviceable and workable, but they come through and they see the old knobs and the old paint, and that's just another thing that they think that they have to do. So my one recommendation is if you're walking through a room in your house and it hasn't been updated in, let's say, 20 years, I would really strongly consider thinking about putting a little bit of time and money to sprucing it up. Next up is to focus on the curb appeal. That is the front of your house. Typically the first thing that the buyer sees when they walk up to the house. Also online, this is going to be one of the first pictures that they see. So there's actually something psychologically happening there, and that's called confirmation biased. And confirmation biased is that when we see a person or a house or an object or something, we're going to make a snap decision on whether we like it or not. Now, throughout the rest of the showing, we are going to try and find things that confirm that snap decision. So how this works in real estate is when a buyer walks up to the house and they say, what a cute and pretty house this is. They're going to walk through the house and they're going to see more of the things that confirm how cute and pretty this house is. rather than when they walk up and they see overgrown shrubs and, old door, they're going to walk through and they're going to see all of the things that confirm that this place is old and run down. This is absolutely a real thing, and it's called confirmation bias. And that is why working on your curb appeal is such an important thing. It is that first initial judgment call that they make when they see the house. And even all the way back to the pictures that you take, again, the front of your house is most likely going to be the first picture that they see. So it needs to be something that stands out and has a very welcoming and well taken care of feel. So a lot of the times for my sellers, they really just need to focus on the landscaping. They have a couple of overgrown shrubs and bushes that just need to be trimmed back a little bit. Make sure that the lawn is mowed, and if there are some stains on the siding you can rent, or if you own a power washer, just power wash that quick. Nothing too major needs to happen here. You could also think about buying some new mulch just to overlay over the old mulch. Just a couple simple things like that can really brighten up and sprucing up the outside curb appeal. So the next thing I want you to do can be the most difficult and seems to be the most difficult with most of my sellers, and that is to depersonalize the area. Now, when a buyer walks into your house, they need to be able to envision themselves and their family inside of this home. And when they walk through, they need to see in their minds their TV and their couch and their family in that house. Now, I'm not going to lie, walking through strangers' homes can be kind of awkward. And what can make it even more awkward is their family photos of them and their grandchildren and their kids, and family photos and little knickknacks and things around the house. And what you don't want to do is give that initial awkward feeling. You want the buyer to be able to come in and feel comfortable and really envision themselves inside of that house. So what I need you to do, and I know this can be hard, is to take down all of your family photos. All of the ones with the grandchildrens and the grandparents and the friends and the family. Take it all down and take down all the personal knickknacks. So there it is, guys. Those are the few things that I think that you should do to help sell your home faster and for more money. If you guys like this video and you want to see more content like this, please leave a like and a comment. That would really help me out. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. See ya.